Competitive surfing has given me almost every best attribute I have that you can't learn in school. You can't learn from mom and dad. You gotta go out and have these crazy experiences, and for me it was competing on the highest level for 12 years. And I learned that no one result defines you, and that's a fact. It's how you carry yourself after the victories or the losses. It's how you go about life the rest of the time. It's very simple. Just being in good company, you know, and getting to do what you love is so fulfilling to me, and it makes me truly, truly, truly happy.
2019 was my 11th year on tour. It was the very first year I had to pull out of an event due to an injury. Pretty minor grade 1 tear of my MCL. And at the end of that season, I failed to requalify for the World Tour.
Tough one here, Coco Ho, as she'll be set to requalify for the tour next season.
Since falling off tour, I've had a lot of time to kind of just rest, rejuvenate, enjoy surfing, enjoy time at home and the best lineups in the world with my dad and my brother. I feel like I've grown a lot mentally, physically, and I've grown to love surfing and my surfing a lot more. So that brings me to where we are now, which is the first stop of the Challenger Series, the main Mega 4 events to requalify back for the World Tour. I'm really looking forward to putting on the jersey with a fresh start, a fresh outlook, and see what comes of it.
Dad, do you want to come in?
I'll go there when you make the finals.
Sounds good.
You know what to do. It's surfing, you gotta just get a flow. You going this way?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk this way.
Good luck, I'll be up there.
We nicknamed my dad Blood Pressure because he literally can't handle watching any of us compete. And he has a valid reason. He competed himself. He had to go through Uncle Derek's whole career as coach, then Mason, and then me. So that's a lot of years freaking watching people in a jersey. We totally understand.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You got everything? All right, thank you.
I'll mark my territory like that.
Girls round 1 is on, and I haven't been in the jersey in 2 years, but I'm really familiar with where we're sitting, and I feel like I've been sitting here since I was 13 years old. So I'm just trying to bottle up all that experience and finally like utilize it and kind of coach myself. Put on the shoes of like, oh, if I was coaching a little girl right now, what would I tell her? Hearing it back, I'm like, oh, you know exactly what you want to go do.
Well, it's going to be decision time now for Coco Ho. Nice backhand stab for Coco. Coco Ho is ripping. And it is Coco Ho advancing on. Coco Ho advancing on this heat.
Thank you.
And then a pair of sevens. I mean, it was great surfing for how the conditions were. It was changing out there. I want to tell you, your dad was going crazy on the pier every time you're standing up.
Coco sets up the bottom straight up into it.
Great smooth surfing for Coco to open up on the rail.
Carves it back right here.
And looking for this inside section, so smooth.
With Coco's last wave, it's going to be her best wave, and she's going to take this heat win. All that experience comes in, takes the win, waving at Dad on the pier. Woohoo!
Today I advanced to the quarterfinals, which is pretty major. I think the decision to want to compete again came from no one wants to retire, you know, like off an injury or like, oh, and then she disappeared. It's like, I feel so good. I'm so stoked on surfing. Everything pointed to yes on getting back on the world tour and going out with a bang for sure. The US Open was actually one of the only events Uncle Derek hung out with me at. He would be the one directing me or telling me what I did right or wrong, and that was really special because he'd be able to be right there on the pier. That's where him and my dad would always watch my heats. It's been kind of hard, this event, looking up at my dad up there alone, but it brought back all these feelings of why I love to compete and why I love to make him proud and my dad proud. And yeah, it was like the one big thing I pulled from such a tragedy was like, okay, head down, go make him proud. He's done all you can do in surfing, so let's give it a shot.
Welcome to Huntington Beach, California, for the world's largest professional surfing competition.
In the men's semifinals, we have Michael Ho from Hawaii.
And the winner this year, I'd like to call up here, Michael Ho.
Coco is a part of one of the most famous families in surfing, and especially in Hawaii, the Ho family. Anybody who knows surfing and is a part of the surfing community knows Mike and Derek and everything that they've done and contributed to the sport.
Greatest surfers in the world. First Hawaiian Road champ, multiple Triple Crown champs, pipe masters.
It's a crazy surf lineage. You know, they have such a huge track record of phenomenal achievements and just outstanding performances.
Mike had won Haleiwa a bunch of times, Sunset, won the pipe with a broken arm, and then Derek came in and he started winning.
The year he became not only the world champ, but the first world champion from Hawaii of Hawaiian ancestry, you know, he won at pipe, which was really fitting and made the community super proud.
They're part of the people that like paved the way for Hawaiian surfers and for how things are done both in and out of the jersey, and they carry that like aloha spirit with them, and I think that has definitely like translated down into Mason and Coco and the whole Ho family.
So my dad, when he grew up, his major, main, biggest, craziest focus and pleasure and study and everything was just surfing.
I didn't have a bicycle or a skateboard or whatever. You know, I had a surfboard. At the age of 15, 16, that's when I had thoughts of, wow, I want to get into a couple events, surfing professional.
His ability at surfing Haleiwa, Sunset, and Pipeline were second to no one in the world. When he started winning Triple Crowns, that was no surprise. And if the one brother can do it, the little brother can do it, and he did.
I won the first one, he won the second one. I think I won the third one, he won the fourth and fifth or something, then left me in the dust after, which was cool. Once he got a taste of it, there was no holding back. He didn't need any help. He was running around with Shane Betchen.
Derek and I, we traveled all over the world together, whether it was competition or free surfing or whatever, you know, he was just fierce. The other side to his fierceness was extreme loyalty and love. Mike started kind of branching off and not really competing as much. He basically became like the coaching father figure.
He was winning contests. I was just sitting back, just watching results, going, yep, Derek, yep, he did it again, yeah, Derek, yep.
Mike had that love and desire for Derek to do well, like as if it was himself.
And then all of a sudden he had two wonderful little kids that wanted to go surfing too.
November, 89, 10 and a half months old now. Hi, Mason.
So I just decided to let that all go and just watch Mason grow up and Coco. She came not too far after.
It was crazy watching, you know, him push them into waves and them get excited and then him get excited. And
next thing you know, Mason was surfing with Cheeseburger down at Shores and Coco was right behind him.
Coco always wanted to be hanging out with us, be one of the boys, and just always wanted to surf.
Oh, I was like, she's like 9 years old when I was like, this girl's serious. She's like, I want to go surf with you guys. And I was like, really? Like, I don't even know if you could handle. And then she's like, come on, like, just take me down there. I just want to see. We went down there and then boom, she was just popping up on waves. Like, she'd grab the rail and try to do like a cut back. I'm like, what? Grab rail, cut back?
Basically, Coco was like Derek in the way, you know, where like Mason was coming up and then Coco just started coming right underneath.
She was like good from right when she started. I was like baffled.
It wasn't long before they both put on the jersey and were doing the little NSSA thing at like 8, 9, and 10 years old.
Back then it was the girls would have to do the boys division. So there wasn't enough girls to have like a division.
I remember watching her about this big. She was doing real turns and stuff. I was like, what? Yeah.
It's like Coco would beat the boys. It's pretty funny. Coco would be taking the boys on. I'm like, damn.
Hi, this is Coco Ho. If you think the boys are ripping, check out the girls.
And when she was probably 8 or 9, she was pulling on my t-shirt one day at sunset and said, hey, I want to ride for Volcom. I want to ride for you. I had never put a girl on my team yet. So I said, okay. And I got her a box and she wore the clothes and she was really stoked and we went down to Haleiwa and she did the Menehune and
Coco wouldn't back down. Coco is, she's tough. She has a tough little, she's sweet, so don't let that sweetness fool you though. She's a tough one.
She loved to win and she would strive real hard to win and make a lot of finals all the time, surfing against some really talented girls.
It was really an exciting time to grow up and be a part of surfing because I felt like we were all really fired up. We all wanted to be better than each other, but I loved being with those girls. I mean, Coco and I were best buddies. Yeah, it was super competitive. It went back and forth a lot, and she was the one to beat.
She just blew up hard on the girls scene, you know, like boom, to the top, you know, to where we both wanted to be, the tour.
Right out of high school, in high school, bang, she qualified. She just wanted it, and she got it.
We grew up with our dad and uncle being who they are, and they're really competitive, and they're always competing.
Growing up with a papa like Mike, an uncle like Derek, she realized, wow, they did it. I'm going to do this too. I think that was a real driving force for her.
Hawaii's first surfing world champion, Derek Ho, passed away yesterday. He was just 55 years old. Family, friends, and the North Shore community are mourning his sudden loss, but also remembering the mark he's left on the surfing community.
Dear Uncle Derek, losing you was devastating to surfers everywhere. You were the pillar for what's possible not only for us Hawaiians, but the surf community as a whole. A true embodiment of the love of surfing.
Vai vela vela o e hai ka ili e inu I ka vai a kena
Although our world will never be the same without you, your impact and influence will live on forever.
Consistent heats, and we don't want one of those that we're gotta wait come from behind, yeah. So make that first wave count.
Yeah.
You do all your free surfing now, then that first wave's gotta count. This kind of conditions so important when it's inconsistent.
Say happy birthday, Dad.
Oh, happy birthday to my little bro. Love you. Really abnormal for me to be here. I can't remember the last time I was here on Sunday. Waves are slow over here. I told her to see if she could make the first wave count. She's surfing really good. I think Derek's gonna send her a couple waves.
We're down here for the early surf. Finals day of US Open. So happy to say that. The wind has completely gone away. I told you it changes every day here. It's low tide, so it could be really fun during my heat at the 4th heat of the day. And we're starting early, 7:30. Quick morning surf. It was actually really fun, and my dad was on the pier and could tell that I was so content with the waves. Come in, reset, start thinking of it as a heat.
Welcome back to the US Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach. We are into the quarterfinals. Watch out, Coco Ho from the North Shore of Oahu.
There it is, that pops through the lip.
She is going to need something special, and she wants to lock in something above a 4.44. Last second flip, the veteran grabs it right back with a last second win.
Lovely Coco Ho moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's fast right here.
But it's getting like fatter.
Like, look at that last right there.
Look at that right.
But yeah, you're just gonna have to be patient. 2 waves are gonna come.
Not freak out.
Yeah.
Semi-final heat number 1, shaping up to be a classic. Good turn out the back. Needs a big finish here if she wants to capitalize the most points on offer. That wave just crumbling all around her, so not a lot of potential. Let's see what Coco can do on this wave.
This midsection of the wave goes a little bit steepy, as we know it can do at Huntington. You can just tell that there's something bigger in just surfing a heat at the US Open at the moment. Look at her face as she's making an attempt to make it through that inside section. Will Coco Ho get an opportunity?
Gabriella Bryant, she gets the biggest win of her career, taking out Coco Ho in the semifinal.
It's a great result, though. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. Amazing job.
Thank you, guys.
Great job, Coco. Good job. Well, always smiling. Be advised, blue is in the gate.
Packing up for Portugal, flights tomorrow. Today we just finished the finals day of US Open and a little underwhelming on my performance in the semis. It's so interesting, you can like surf a whole event and get really lucky in certain heats, and then the one doesn't go your way and it hurts for so long. Like, that definitely hasn't changed. But yeah, if you're sad, I think that means you really care. So these are all good signs for me. You know, I'm still figuring out how badly I wanted to compete again, and then all the signs are saying yes. Every light is green. So I'm happy we leave tomorrow and kind of just on to the next. It is really nice to have another chance and figure out a new spot with everyone. You know, no one's competed here on the girls' side, so it should be interesting.